Alright, so wherever you are on the planet, welcome to this live video about self-love. What is self-love? What does it mean to you? How can we cultivate it? What stops us from loving ourselves? And what would you like to find in this global community? These are the questions we'll explore today. But first things first, let's breathe. Let's take a moment. Wherever you are, maybe give yourself a nice stretch, make yourself comfortable. And let's all take one deep breath. Receive this gift of life. Let it go back to the infinite. Allow that breath to ground and center yourself. So I'm very excited to be offering this and to be creating this community with all of you who feel the calling to love yourself more deeply. For those of you who don't know me, I am Colombian. I was born in Bogota in Colombia, but I've lived and traveled in different places. I lived in Brazil for a while. I traveled through the Amazon and I studied dance there. Then I went to Europe and the UK and I trained as a therapist. I traveled to Southeast Asia, Thailand especially, where I studied meditation. And now I am in Doha in Qatar. Right now I am in the financial area here in Doha. Lots going on here in the desert. Wherever you are, I believe we are all looking for the same thing, which is to love and be loved. And I see lots of people joining here. Adriano Oliveira, wow, from Brazil, awesome. And from Colombia, that's cool. This is the magic of technology. So welcome. Your presence is very important for this conversation. So what I'm gonna offer today is simply open up the conversation. Why is it so important to learn practical skills to love ourselves more deeply? No one ever taught me. I don't know about you, but I've traveled around, I've studied with great teachers, I've been very lucky. Nonetheless, no one ever taught me how to love myself. That's why I'm opening up this conversation. So, what is self-love? There is not one size fits all. Many different perspectives, and the more perspectives we have, the better, which is why I am eager to hear all your comments. And I see Anechi from Denmark is joining. I don't know where you are, but I met you in Bahia in Brazil. We were dancing together back then, so welcome. Beautiful to have you here. And wow, I just feel my heart is expanding, and it's very touching to see all these beautiful souls coming together. So, why am I doing this? To be radically honest, I am doing this because I need to learn how to love myself. Of course, if I'm talking, I'm teaching self-love, is because I need to learn it. I want to master it. I want to walk my talk and be within a community where we can be open, vulnerable, and honest about self-love. Just cutting the crap and embracing all that I am, embracing all my imperfections, and receiving the support and the accountability also of a group of people that can, okay, let's do this together. So I feel the best way to do this initially is to invite more voices, more people, so that together we can expand this energy and ground this purpose. As they say, ideas grow stronger when shared. And just like when you go to a stadium, your excitement goes off the charts. Same thing here. So I'm very grateful to have this community. We've created a Facebook group. Please reach out if you want to join. And together we can learn how to love ourselves more deeply. Now, what is self-love? What is self? What is love? Big questions. Two things I want to touch upon. First, know yourself. Who are you? Second, know that love is an action. It's a verb. It's not just an intellectual concept, but an ongoing discipline. Wherever you are, at home, by yourself, with your family, at work, how can you bring more love to the table? How can you bring more honesty, more vulnerability, more openness? And a takeaway I want to offer for you today is, even though there are different perspectives, and of course self-love is different for each person, there's one common element, one foundational principle. It's very simple. The truth is very simple, but we tend to complicate it. And it's this: our main goal right now should be to feel good. To feel good. Feel good deeply, not just grab a pack of chips or some macaroni and cheese because it will make you feel good. Sure, it will. It'll give you some instant gratification, but in the long run, the good feeling will be faded by a negative feeling. So how can we truly feel good right now? Yutamura is coming from Japan, amazing, and Kathy from the UK, wonderful, wonderful, beautiful to connect with all these people. So how can we feel good right now? Wherever you are, take a moment. Am I feeling good? Just monitor yourself. Am I feeling good? As I'm talking, I am aware, wow, I'm a little bit nervous. This is the first time I do this Facebook Live. It's exciting. I have an Instagram Live at the same time. I'm recording on audio. This is also new. So I'm a bit tense in my shoulders, perhaps. How can I feel good and feel better? How can I monitor my emotions? And that's your inner GPS that will guide us, that will toggle us back into self-love. Are you feeling good right now? I hope you are, and if you're not, check in with yourself so that you can toggle back into simple truth. Your main goal in life is to feel good now. And from that goodness, you can of course go and serve your family, your purpose on the planet, whatever you're here to do, but from that space of goodness and joy. Now, I want to share with you 3 stages of self-love. This comes from the work of David Deida, an American author who talks a lot about spirituality and also sexuality and how to integrate masculine and feminine polarities. And he talks a lot about 3 stages of our consciousness, of our evolution. So the first stage, and I'm going to have a look at my notes here, is what we would call selfish love, meaning just like a child is constantly wanting more and more things, food, care, attention, we go through a stage of selfish love. The main idea in this stage is, I need you to love me. I feel empty inside, so I need love from the outside, whether it's through food, through appreciation or approval of my family, my co-workers, the world. I need people to recognize me because I don't feel full from the inside. So that's the first stage, selfish love. We all go through it, and we toggle back into it during our day. Selfish love. Second stage, you start looking within and finding that love is inside. So you stop looking for approval outside. You stop looking for love in your partner or in your career or in the world. You start loving yourself. So the second stage is called self-sufficient love. The principle here is, I will love myself. So it's kind of that new agey belief of, okay, you look yourself in the mirror and you say, I'm enough, I love myself, all that conversation. Write your affirmations. So you start feeling more full. It's a more mature form of love. But it has a limitation, because even when you say, I love myself, I'm enough, there's still a level of separation and judgment, and you usually judge others who are not that conscious or evolved or loving. So you say, oh, I love myself so much, but my family, they don't know what they're doing, they're mean, but my boss, oh, he doesn't know what he's doing, he doesn't love himself. I know what it's all about, but they don't. So that creates conflict. The first stage, again, selfish love. The second stage, self-sufficient love. But there's a third stage. Third stage is called selfless love. And the main idea here is, I am love. I am love itself. I don't need to look for it outside. I don't need to cultivate it inside, because I am it. I am an expression of love. So everything I do, my thoughts, my words, my actions, become an expression of love. When I drink a sip of water, the act is an expression of love. When I say no to a child who's doing something that will be destructive for them, that is an act of self-love. Everything becomes this natural outpouring of love in the third stage. I recognize love is my true nature, and the whole world becomes an opportunity to express this self-love, because my personal identity has dissolved. So when I say I love myself, it's not about me, Daniel, a man living in Doha. It has nothing to do with that. My personal identity is no longer important. What is important is love itself. So in the third stage, there is no fear, no doubt, just absolute trust and flow of life and of love. So we go through these 3 stages. The first stage, selfish love. The second stage, self-sufficient love. The third stage, selfless love. Again, the first one says, I need you to love me because I am empty, I'm not enough. The second stage says, I am enough, I will love myself. But there's always some separation, some judgment towards others. The third stage says, I am love. I don't need you to love me. I don't need to love myself because I am love. So as I share these stages of self-love, I invite you to monitor your own behavior throughout your day. Where are you? Are you in the selfish love? Are you in the self-sufficient love? Or are you in the selfless, pure service love? And of course, growth is not linear. Growth is non-linear. If you've seen a root, maybe a ginger root is a good example. It's all over the place. It grows in different ways, and that's how we grow through these stages of love as well. For instance, this morning I went and I worked out. That was an act of self-sufficient love, because I know it's important for me. I want to improve my health. Then I kind of toggled back into selfish love. I had to teach a class, but I wasn't too open to the students, and I felt kind of frustrated and a little bit closed and lazy. So I toggled back into selfish love. But then I relaxed into it, and I toggled back into selfless love, and I spent some time in my morning speaking to students, which I had initially thought, no, I'm very busy today, I don't have time for you. Fuck that, that's bullshit. I'm here to serve, I'm here to love, I'm here to support. So throughout your day, see, where are you? Selfish, self-sufficient, or selfless? And the more we are aware of those stages, the more we can evolve towards selfless love. Our center of gravity will move towards a more open, abundant way of being. So if you want to know more about these 3 stages, check out David Deida's work, especially a book called Blue Truth. But he has many books, Divine Communion, and you can check him out, Deida, David Deida. So I'm very curious to know about you. What is self-love to you? What does it mean? Why are you interested in this community? What stops you from loving yourself? What are the patterns or the habits or the addictions or the fears or the doubts that block you from authentic, true self-love? And what would you like to find in this community? What kind of resources? Articles, audio, video, courses. So please share your thoughts, post your comments below. This is our first video. I will post regularly, at least once a week, touching on different subjects. And I'm just super excited and grateful, and as they say, I'm feeling juiced and jazzed to be sharing this with all of you. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Joanna Chicoração, for you. And wherever you are, just sending you all my love, sending you many, many blessings from Doha, Qatar, from the desert. It's hot in here, but it's good. And wishing you a beautiful day. That's it, folks. Please share your comments and stay tuned. If you want to join the Facebook group, just send me a request. The Self-Love Project, that's the name of the group. I will be sharing some also news about events, offerings, my online courses, and I'd like to leave you with this thought. This is a quote by David Deida. He says, "It is only when you offer yourself to be lived and loved by something way bigger than you become truly happy." So let's connect to that bigger love. It's not about me, it's not about you, it's about love. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you all. Namaste. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you around.